finishing it is Fred VanVleet. Harris was a major factor on Saturday with 26 points. This is his first shot. Achua on the drive with a left, attacking Harden.
Love it. He had the space, and he turned on the afterburners, went with the left hand.
Here's Harris now. And a whistle and a foul on the inside. It's going to go against Toronto.
Precious Achua, though, doing a great job. Harden, not a good perimeter defender. And here he is in space. Embiid, poor help. Usage of the window, left hand. Embiid barely gave Harden any help there.
Foul on OG Anunoby. Embiid shot doesn't go. Batted around, taken. And Trent Jr.
Anunoby and Achua. Physical with Embiid.
OG the three. And out of bounds. It's going to be Toronto basketball. Last touch by Tobias Harris.
I tell you, the last possession defensively was excellent for the Raptors. They did a beautiful job just getting after it.
Quick conversation, and now things getting physical on the inside.
I like it. This is good.
Joel Embiid.
This is playoff type of atmosphere, boy. Let's go. Let's go. Enjoy the game. Happy Monday night. Welcome to the channel. We got plenty of NBA action right here. So let's get it. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Whole lot of nothing, Matty.
Yeah. It's the playoffs. Here's James Capers. They're going to... Okay, so they're not going to take a look at it. They're just double tech on OG and Joel Embiid.
Get under their skin a little bit. Come out. Got to play with some sandpaper tonight. This is the playoffs.
Siakam finds Fred. Maxey on a closeout. VanVleet now turns a corner. Drives in the paint. Sends it to the corner for Anunoby. And OG with the three.
Great drive, draw, dish. VanVleet. That time, the deep paint touch. And beautiful, calm approach that time by Anunoby on a jump shot.
8-0 run to start the game, 2 minutes in, and the Sixers do not have a field goal made yet. Harden now attacking, goes right at Siakam, and finishes. VanVleet transition, and the pull-up three.
Hello! Leadership by example. Come out, produce, Matty D.
6 points. Turnover. Junior and strip. No call.
Great defense.
Toronto ball.
By Trent that time, the strip, and look at it right here. The paint touch. Look out, the blow by. Deep draws Embiid. Wide open opportunity for OG Anunoby. Splash.
First turnover in game one came on their 81st possession. Here's VanVleet, the three, and it spills out. Tonight, the early turnover by Philadelphia. Rare sight in game one. Only 4 turnovers. Harden with the Achua on him. Embiid, and a reach-in foul.
That time, Embiid, guy does a tremendous job drawing fouls, and he gets deep, but he's really good at showing that ball. Watch him right here. Turns, 3 around him. That time it was Gary Trent Jr.
Joel Embiid fouled by Gary Trent Jr. at the line, 81% of the season. And Doc Rivers, second year with the 76ers last season. They lost in the second round to Atlanta in 70 games. Won a title in 2008 in Boston with the Celtics. Went back to the finals in 2010. They lost. Here's Trent Jr. with the three, and it doesn't go. Raptors by 7.
Fred Vliet has been sensational. One quick development. They're setting that high ball screen, mid-ball screen, a little further out, and they're making Embiid have to come out more. They're putting him in a ton of big screen and roll.
In the corner, Maxey. And
That's
Harden. And Harden turns it over. Van Vliet now on the attack. Right at Maxey. Loose ball on the floor. Diving for it was Achua. He's Fred all over Embiid. A great job by Fred Van Vliet. Embiid on the attack. In a foul, Embiid goes down hard as he lowered the shoulder into Siakam. And then goes down on the court.
Well,
It's playoff time.
I love it.
In Philly.
Toronto has come out and they're playing with force, and they're not going to go down without a fight. Fred Van Vliet guarded Embiid the entire way. Body there, that time by Siakam. Put him on his you-know-what. Find out what he's got inside of him.
Siakam, his first.
No impact, no follow-through. Beautifully done. And what you're trying to do is get him to think twice now, every time he goes in the lane, that you're going to hammer him. Okay, you're going to go to the free throw line, but you're going to feel it, buddy.
So they ruled that one as a common foul.
Philadelphia fans introducing themselves to the officials here. Embiid to a 2 from the free throw line. In this game one, he was first in the NBA with nearly 12 attempts a game. And that free throw doesn't go. An excellent free throw shooter, as we mentioned. Chris Boucher is going to check in for Gary Trent Jr. Did not practice yesterday and did not go to shoot around today. He's been under the weather for the last week. Battled through it on Saturday, but you could just tell that something was a little off.
No doubt. And, I mentioned before, leadership by example. Best ability is availability. The fact that he's out there with his brothers, right, his teammates, that's an important sign, right, to how committed he is to the cause.
Van Vliet with it, and a turnover. It's the Raptors' first turnover. Maxey nearly out of bounds. Joel Embiid flips it up and through his first field goal in a 4-point game.
He loves to leak out, man. Maxey, you got to get back in transition. Don't let him get behind you deep.
Here's Pascal backing in, spinning. 13-7, Toronto.
How about that? Took it right into the body of Tobias Harris, spun into it, and took it with force.
Siakam, his first field goal. Harris, during the course of the regular season, averages 12.5 points against Toronto. But as we mentioned, game one, 26.
All right, stay tuned for more from the Raptors and the Sixers right here on the channel.
Second on OG, and he also has a technical.
Well, here's the difficult thing. He is so good at baiting you, right? And he does it beautifully at the back end of the shot clock. You know what he's going to do, but he still tempts you.
Raptors in foul trouble on Saturday night with Fred Van Vliet and then also Chris Boucher.
Now, Nick Nurse went with Fred Van Vliet with 2 fouls, and OG Anunoby staying in the game right now. Remember what Philadelphia, Matt, did on Saturday. They went right at Van Vliet because you've got to make a risk assessment as a defender when the ball's driven at you, how committed you are in terms of